Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel today. Real quick, while I got your attention, if you would hit the subscribe button down below, that would help the channel out tremendously. It is July 18th. We're a week away from Oshkosh. I'll be up there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you're up there, look me up. Today, my friend Anita and I are going to go for a plane ride. Several weeks back, I asked for video topic suggestions, and she submitted a good one. She wanted to know what could you actually see from up there. And today we're going to take her up and we're going to find out. So come along for the ride. Okay, parking brake goes on. Fuel's on the fullest. Actually, both tanks are equally full. So altimeter. Yeah, fuel elevation is 1120. Cabin control. Cabin temperature controls. Okay, the heat is off. The vent is open. Radios and lights off. Throttle control lever is at idle. Carb heat. Cold. Elevator trim. Flight controls. Watch your knees. Free and correct. Alright. Flaps are retracted. Passenger brief. Given. Seat belts and shoulder harnesses. We don't have shoulder harnesses. Mixture. Rich. Master switch on. Fuel pump on. Beacon.
Keys.
Yes. We're going to prime the engine with some fuel. There's a pump over here. I pump fuel into it so it fires up. Okay. Throttle. Open a 1/2 inch. Mag on the left. Brake set. Clear prop! Alright, no more fuel.
It's like my John Deere.
Yeah, a little temperamental. There we go. We'll match it before we take off. Okay.
Convicted.
So we always want to take off into the wind. Right now that windsock's barely moving.
Oh.
So we're going to take off to the south just to save us from having to back taxi down there and come this way. I've already got our flight plan in there, so we're good. Shelby traffic, Cherokee 4257 Juliet's departing 18 Shelby. All right, let me get that. Nope. There we go. Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. Here we go. We're going to rotate at 65. We're going 40 now. There's 50. There's 65. We'll pull the nose up.
Fort Clinton traffic, experimental 729 kilo is 8 miles east, landing Fort Clinton. Twin Bay traffic, Skylane 7126, turning final, 3, Twin Bay.
All right. We'll turn over Shelby. We're going to be able to see a lot of water laying on that.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
November 1, Romeo Hotel, turn about a 5-mile final, runway 26, Neil Armstrong.
All right, we'll fly over your house
Okay.
real quick, and you can tell me how much, you know the layout of your house, so you're going to know what to look for, but people in an airplane fly over top of buildings so fast and high that you don't really get a good look. It's hard to pick people out.
Yeah, this is the view that I would get you know, coming down perhaps in a commercial aircraft.
Yeah. So we took off from Shelby on runway 18. Do you have any idea where those numbers come from?
18.
Yeah.
Oh.
No? That mean, if we would have taken off the other direction, we would have been taking off on runway 36. They are general compass headings.
Oh. Okay.
So you just drop the last digit. So runway 18 is 180 degrees. So it's directly south. And 36 is the same piece of pavement going the opposite direction.
Okay, so always on a runway, the numbers are compass headings, they're not?
Yeah, within 5 degrees. I mean, since you dropped the last digit, 18 can be anywhere from 175 to 185. And they call it 18.
Now see, I just assumed when they talk about runway this, runway that, they just, the airport has their own numbering system.
Nope.
They just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nope, it's all about the wind or the runway orientation.
Wow. I am learning a lot today.
Yeah. So when we get up here to Port Clinton, they've got 4 possible runways to land on. They've got 18, 36, and 9 and 27. So that's going to be an X, right? You got all 4 of the cardinal headings.
Well,
What do you want to know, Anita?
Well, I wanted to know about altitude. I think you already addressed that we'd probably be flying at 2,500 today.
Today, we're flying at 2,500, and the reason I made that decision, there's a lot that factors into it. The length of your flight. If you're only going 30 minutes, we're not going to climb to 7,000 feet. That just makes it uses an incredible amount of fuel. It takes longer to get up, and when you get up, you got to come right back down. So you have to take into the length of your flight leg to consideration. I can also look on ForeFlight, and there's a plane 1,200 feet below us right now. Sorry. I can look on ForeFlight at different altitudes and find out what the wind speed and direction is. So typically the higher you go, the more faster the wind's going to be blowing. So you don't want to fly into a headwind. So if you've got a strong headwind, we have a headwind today. And the higher we would go, right there's an airplane right there off the wingtip. Do you see it? It's right off the end of the wing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a crop duster.
Sure.
This is Holiday Lakes.
Okay, I thought maybe it was. That water was muddy from all the rain, I guess.
So anyways, you want to fly without the headwind. If we had a good tailwind up at a higher altitude, like coming home, I'll probably go a little higher on the way home to take advantage of the tailwind. It'll move us faster, we'll burn less fuel, we'll get back quicker. So there are also altitude limitations for, like, we're flying VFR today, visual flight rules, and when you get, if you're going east between 360 across 9 and all the way down to 18, if you're going in an easterly direction, even if it's just a few degrees off and north, you have to fly at an odd altitude plus 500 feet once you get above 3,000. So if we were above 3,000 and we were flying with a slight easterly heading, we'd have to go to 3,500 or 5,500. If we were going in a slight westerly, it would be even altitudes plus 500.
And is that something you have all decided,
That's
planned out before you take off? Huh?
Yep, that's in the rules. If we're staying below 3,000, we've got some latitude. Now, over rural areas, we are allowed to fly as low as 500 feet off the ground.
Wow.
Over populated areas, you have got to stay 1,000 feet above ground.
Okay. That kind of goes with my question about there's regulations or rules or...
That's their rules. That's in the it's the FAR AIM book is what it's called, Federal Air Regulations and Airman's Information Manual.
I just always wondered about that, you know, how close you could get to people's properties and their homes and their privacy. I mean, paparazzi and all that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be, if it's a rural, I mean, if you're over people, you got to be 1,000 feet up. If you're flying over water or over nothing but, you know, farmland, you can get lower, but flying lower, there's always the possibility is always there where you could have issues with your engine. So the higher you are, the more options you have as to where you can land.
Oh, that makes sense.
So if you're 500 feet off the ground and your engine quits, you're going to go right there. If you're 5,000 feet off the ground and your engine quits, you've got 2, 3, 4 minutes where you can find a place to land, fly towards it, and land. So altitude is your friend.
Good. Okay, so with these rules, like you have to be, you know, 1,000 feet up and those kinds of things, who polices that? How, you know, who keeps you from breaking the rules? What happens if somebody does break the rules?
Pilots generally will police themselves. I mean, they've got... most pilots like following the rules. They don't want to lose their license. They don't want to lose their ability to fly. So we police ourselves. We try to do things the right way. And, you know, if you got somebody that's flying reckless, that, you know, there's a good chance they could get reported by another pilot who knows what they're supposed to be doing.
Do you have to go back and get recertified or do any kind of continuing education, get relicensed periodically?
Once you got your license, you've got it for life unless it gets revoked. To stay current, you have to have a valid medical certificate, which for somebody my age expires every 2 years. And you have to have a current flight review with instructor every 2 years as well. So if you decided you needed to take a break from flying and you went 10 years without flying, legally all you would have to do to get back in the seat and start flying again would be get a medical, go to the doctor, get a medical, and fly with an instructor for about 2 hours and get a flight review, and you're good to go again. So yeah, if you want to continue to fly, you've got to have a medical and a flight review every 2 years. All right. How far out?
Yeah, I'll be over here to the east the whole morning.
Port Clinton traffic, Cherokee 4257 Juliet 5 to the south, inbound, full stop, 36 Port Clinton. So there's other traffic in the pattern, so we all self-report so that we know where each other is and where to look for them in the sky and avoid them.
Port Clinton traffic, Scout 34 Delta 2 to the east, inbound, crossing midfield for 36. Got left downwind for 36. Port Clinton. Port Clinton traffic, Scout 34 Delta crossing midfield, left downwind 36, Port Clinton.
So that guy is going west. He's crossing right over top of the runway right now.
To the west, we'll make
I can't.
left downwind, runway 36, Port Clinton.
I can't see him, but that's where he's reporting. It's difficult to pick airplanes out unless you really...
Port Clinton traffic, Scout 34 Delta turning downwind 36, Port Clinton.
There he is. Okay, you see those white wings, he's turning.
Oh, sure, yeah.
When they turn and you can get a, you know,
Yeah,
the sun hitting.
Because when they're flying, it's just this little line.
Romeo, left downwind 27, touch and go, Union County. Put Bay traffic, 4 trim.
And then when you land, I mean, is there a fee to sit there and...
No, not here.
Okay.
6364 Delta entering the 45 for downwind, runway 23, Benaway County.
Port Clinton traffic, Scout 34 Delta turning base 36, Port Clinton.
So he's making his base turn. Port Clinton traffic, Cherokee 4257 Juliet's on the upwind leg.
36, Port Clinton.
And Port Clinton traffic, Plus 52 Golf X-ray, about 3 to the northwest. We're entering a left downwind, 36 Port Clinton.
Port Clinton traffic, Scout 24 Delta, turning final 36 Port Clinton.
Right base, runway 3, Butch Bay.
Final traffic 070 is Mouse Island, inbound 3, 3 Bay, number 3.
Port Clinton traffic, Cessna 3668 Juliet, 7 miles to the west, inbound to landing, Port Clinton.
7 miles west. Port Clinton's a popular place. Port Clinton traffic, Cherokee 4257 Juliet will be overflying the field at 2,200 to join the left downwind for 36 Port Clinton.
Port Clinton traffic, Plus 52 Golf X-ray, midfield, left downwind, runway 36 Port Clinton.
I've got the traffic in sight. We'll follow behind you. There's a guy right over there.
Oh, yeah.
Runway 3, Butch Bay. Port Clinton traffic, Cessna 40 Golf, 10 miles to the west, inbound for landing 36 Port Clinton.
Port Clinton traffic, Cherokee 4257 Juliet's on the left downwind, 36 Port Clinton.
Port Clinton. Skyhawk 34 Delta, clear of active Port Clinton.
Okay, so that guy reported that he was clear of the runway. A little bit high, so. Mr. Rich, fuel pump on.
Yeah, Port Clinton traffic, flight design is 6 to the north, inbound for 36 Port Clinton.
Port Clinton traffic 4257 Juliet's base, 36 Port Clinton. Nobody's trying to come in straight in. You always got to check for traffic that
Sure,
way
yeah.
before you turn.
Port Clinton traffic, experimental 156 Charlie Pass over the Bay Bridge, inbound 36 Port Clinton.
Port Clinton traffic 4257 Juliet's base to final 36 Port Clinton.
36 Port Clinton.
Yeah, flight designs 3 to the north, inbound for the downwind for 36, looks like number 3 Port Clinton.
Port Clinton traffic, Plus 52 Golf X-ray, clear runway 36 Port Clinton.
Southwest landing, midfield, left downwind, runway 36, Port Clinton.
That was a big plane ahead of us.
Oh, yeah.
Southbound traffic, Diamond Star 386 Delta Sierra. We're 3 miles to the west of Indian Lake, maneuvering at or above 4,500 southbound.
I'll do a 360 for you guys.
Port Clinton traffic, Cessna 40 Golf, 5 miles to the west, inbound for landing 36 Port Clinton. Yeah, flight designs entering the downwind, 36 Port Clinton. Port Clinton for 36.
All right, we're going to do this, and we're just going to do that.
Okay,
There.
get some air.
Yep.
Say again for pilots.